All right, welcome back, guys. We are back after a short period of time. Last stream was on the 16th when we talked about going long on Bitcoin, giving our several reasons why. You can check the last stream for that. If not, you can check this little TLDR where I explain what's happening with Bitcoin and what we're expecting week prior to that, 6-9. We also talked about the idea that we are going short on Bitcoin only to get our limits for the longs because we are looking to bid long. This is all in bold here. This is the long-term goal. Too many confluences right now in order for us to just let this zone fly by. And as suspected, over the next, I think it was 16 to 20 days, we got exactly what we wanted. Here's a pre-photo when we got the test of that daily 200, and we zoom out and go to the live chart here, and you'll be able to see exactly what happened. So we've been talking about this for a while now. We've been talking about this for, let me stream the screen. 1 second. Sorry about that. It's being recorded. The beginning of the stream you don't even need to see. But here it is. We've been waiting this for a very long time, ever since the first break. This is almost 90 days we've waited for this exact moment, and 90 days well waited. We got entry at the literal bottom. When we talk about getting bottom tick entries, this is what we're talking about. We got it at the literal lowest possible point. I gave you guys the exact limit. Wasn't a market order, gave you the limit, and boom. 22% move on Bitcoin. How much more can you ask for, right? And I've talked about this several times before, that these don't come that often, right? These major moves that we got last time, the last time we hit one of these super big moves on Bitcoin specifically was in March, right? When we got that breakout of this level, right? We took this for nearly 30%. So congratulations. I would say that 99% of market participants have missed this move. If you go to Twitter, it would be very obvious to you that most market participants have not been able to collect a large percent from this move, albeit none of them really have gotten any entries at the bottom, and it was probably our most confident play of the last 3 months. There's not much else I can say besides in the beginning of June when I was talking about this being what we had to look at. I mean, look at this chart here. If you look at this here, this is the pre-breakout, right? This is at the bottom. It's at the very bottom. We get the daily EMA touch. We get the SR support flip. What else did you want? I tell you to bid. I give you the limits. We'll pull the limits up if you want. But it's unfortunate when I see some people don't get in this, when I try to slam this into everyone's head that this was the play of maybe half the year, like the last 6 months, this was the play. You can slam a lot more than 1 hour into this. This was literally the highest confluence play we've had in a long time. And it worked out perfectly. I mean, almost to the penny. Now to talk about where do we go from here. I've talked enough about how well the play's done. What do we do now? All right, what do we do now? We've made a 20% move, plus, I don't know, 18R, something like that. We've made a lot of money here. We did TP earlier today. I want to say 4 or 5 hours ago, I told you guys at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I sent this to you guys. Told you guys we're doing this. So let's sell another half of this at 30,250. Let's sell another half of the margin that's open. It's good gains. We weren't that far away from the top. This was the TP point. I told you guys this. I told you guys that this is the exact point. This high, 30,000, I don't know, 900 something. That's the high. We got close enough to it. We didn't have to wait anymore. We got close enough to it. Took the profits. Now what? Now we can still expect higher highs. That's why we didn't sell the entire position, because I still want to ride this thing out. I still suspect that the major target that we've had for quite some time now of this 32K level is what we'll inevitably get. And to be fair, we are pretty close to that level as well. We're still pretty close to 32K. After 32Ks, we really have to reanalyze the rest of the trade. It's 8% away. It's not too far considering we've already moved 20% since we bought. That's what to expect next. As I said, Bitcoin is going to be the one to lead the charts here. Bitcoin's going to be the one to lead over alts. Bitcoin's made a 20% move. Most alts have not made 10% moves. How was I able to determine that Bitcoin was going to give us a better opportunity than 90% of the altcoins in the entire market? I was using Bitcoin dominance. All right, we've talked about this several times as well. Before, when Bitcoin dominance was sitting around this level, I was talking about, all right, we're not going to focus on Bitcoin anymore, right? At this level where this weekly closes extremely bearish, right? Massive bearish spin bar off these highs that we've seen for the past 2 years. When we saw this, I told you guys, we're not fucking around with Bitcoin anymore, right? We got extremely bearish close here. We're done looking at Bitcoin and we're going to start buying alts. And we did buy some alts during this period. And then the next 2 weeks, what happened? Extremely bullish week, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going into June. All right, end of April into early June, we sit at this level. And something I said back in, I said this back in March, was the longer we sit at these highs, the higher the probability is that we will break out instead of breaking down. Because every previous point, as you can see depicted on the screen by all the arrows I have, back here in June, we had 2 weekly closes near this, right? 1 weekly close and the next weekly close immediately all the way down the chute to the mid-range, right? Another time, we got close, weekly wicks up, all the way back down. This is the alt rally. When you see this, when you see price action flow to the bottom, to the 40% range of Bitcoin dominance, this is when you have the alt rally. When people talk about the alt rally, this is what it looks like when dominance is falling. When dominance sat up here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks, we had 12 weeks up here near 4 months at these highs. That's when I started to tell you guys, all right, we are now going to start looking at taking Bitcoin more seriously. It's been dragging out for the past few weeks. And as you can see, if we go to Bitcoin's chart, what happened? Bitcoin is dragging out for the last few weeks. Those 60 days, those 2 months of it just sitting stagnant. Why? Slow pull down into the daily EMA, down into the SR flip. And that's where we were able to pinpoint the longs and stop focusing on the altcoins. But the importance now is we are at this weekly EMA on the dominance chart, and now we can start getting back into the idea that altcoins will have their time to shine. They always do. Every time in history when Bitcoin has these massive rallies, 20 to 30%, altcoins will fall behind as Bitcoin stagnates. Now, when is Bitcoin going to stagnate, you must ask? I think very soon. And I say this because we have one key level that's nearly going to break sometime soon. This high will get rated. When this high gets rated, I think that's when Bitcoin starts to take a step back and relax. That's a 25% move it's made. Don't expect too much more from there. We'll stagnate for a bit. We'll draw in this range. Alts will start moving. Alts will make their 50, 60, 70% moves. And then Bitcoin will finally rate 32K. And then we have to reanalyze and figure out where we want to go from there. But with this being said, we're going to start looking at altcoins very soon. I'm not going to buy today because I have something to tell you guys about ES and the S&P 500. We're not going to buy today, but soon, because this is another very key level. Not only was 48% Bitcoin dominance key level, so is the weekly EMA. Why? Look at history. Look at September 2019, right? Look at December 2020. I don't have to say much. It proves itself over time and time. So we will start looking at alts very soon. Not yet. Won't be buying more alts just yet. We will go over some of the alts that we own, but I have more alts that are on the way to be bought by us. Where are we at? Okay, anything changed with ES? Yes, something has changed, and especially with NQ. What did we say about NQ last week? We said, if NQ breaks this line, let's make this a solid line for you guys. If NQ breaks this, we go short. If NQ breaks this, we go short. This is what we've been talking about. these equal highs. Break it, immediately short. And as you can see, once again, it's playing out perfectly right now. It's playing out, and you can still go short. You can still go short. The move has not been made. The total short move has not been made. So we have swing short positions currently on this. We've talked about this for a while. Clear equal highs on NASDAQ. Go short. Many people in the FX trades and in our stock chat have open shorts for this. Prepare for this because it's not done. What happens if NASDAQ kills itself? Will something happen with ES? Well, ES will kill itself as well. Unfortunately, ES did not break the exact high we wanted, so ES won't be a focus of the short position, but we do have this power 3 back down to the daily EMA. So the focus for indices, I would say, if you can, please focus on tech, focus on NASDAQ. It's a lot more cleaner right now. What's going to happen with Bitcoin if NASDAQ and ES retrace? Like we said last stream, not much because they're inversely correlated at the moment. When NASDAQ and ES had their plus 20% 2-month run, what happened to Bitcoin in the same time? Well, here's the 2 months. Here's the 60-day time frame. It lost 18%. SPY up 20, Bitcoin down 20. Inversely correlated. Bitcoin up 20% in the last 5 days. S&P 500 in the last 5 days down 2%. Inversely correlated. And this is the crazy part. I see so many people on Twitter talking about this. How like, oh, ES is going to destroy itself and NASDAQ are going to have these rapid falls and it's going to bring the whole market down. Bold of you to say that, first off, because it has only been inversely correlated for the last 3 months. So you're going against the entire quarterly trend that we've had since the start of Q2. So idiotic in the first place. And the people that say that obviously are absolutely sidelined and missed this entire move because they thought that, all right, we've broken equal highs on NASDAQ. We can't long Bitcoin because it's going to fall with it. Guess what? You missed the biggest move probably in not the entire year. For the second largest move in the entire year. So congrats, they fucked themselves there. So what we're going to focus on is, yes, indices to lower lows. Indices go lower, crypto goes higher. Now, what crypto goes higher, right? That's the next question. Like if we have the idea that crypto is going to go higher, what crypto are we going to trade for that? And this is where Bitcoin Dominance comes in. I think alts come up next. Alts will come up next year. And now you must ask the next question, which alts? Right, which alts are we going to trade if we think that they're going to come up? One, XRP. I gave you guys this. I told you guys to enter this one last stream. This is the exact one we got you guys into. Why? Daily EMA retest. Boom, right there. And the daily fair value gap, extremely high confidence again. I'm not sure what else I can say. There's a lot of you who are not entering in these, and you get literally god tier bottom tick entries, up 10% since that day. And this is not done, right? We still have the weekly that hasn't even broken out yet, right? Imagine this breaks out. Imagine this breaks out on XRP. What happens? What happens? You target the next strong high. What's the next strong high? Oh, good luck. You're almost at $1. You're almost at a fucking dollar. So, you still want entry? You can still take entry. There's nothing wrong with an entry right now on XRP. There's nothing wrong with it. What's wrong with it? Nothing. Yeah, sure, you may have missed the bottom that we were able to enter on. It's fine. You're only 10% away when the average risk here that you're risking is maybe a 10% loss to make a 90% move. Take it. Next one, Polkadot, because these are the only two we own right now. Next, and then we're also going to be buying BNB soon. Polkadot, we talked about this, right? These lows. What did we want to see with Polkadot? We want to see these lows raid. What happened? Lows raided. What happened once the lows raided? Don't make it more difficult than it has to be. Don't make it more difficult than it has to be. Raid the lows, bid. Raid the lows, bid. %13 move since then. And look at this. Polkadot had a 13% move. XRP had a 10% move. Bitcoin had a 20% move. This confirms the idea that using Bitcoin dominance to rotate our money, such as we do with the seasonality chart, is probably the most alpha that you can take away from the stream right now. Is we've been able to use this very simple chart to determine where we're going to place our money in specific asset classes within crypto in order to get the largest return. And it's worked every time. It's worked every time. If you're focusing on alts while dominance is breaking out, you're missing out on potentially double the profit you could have had last time. All right, nothing new with Bitcoin dominance. I mean, the only thing new that you need to note is we are coming up to weekly EMA. What does that mean? Retrace coming. What does a retrace mean in Bitcoin dominance? It means alts will begin to get more attention. If alts get more attention, what do? You start buying alts. You move out of majors. What now? Well, if you haven't done it yet, take some more profits on Bitcoin. Please leave some runners because this is an absolutely beautiful position. And if this is the yearly bottom, you're going to have bragging rights across the entire internet by having the lowest possible entry of the quarter two. So congrats. Make sure you're taking profits off the table, of course. 2, let's focus more on altcoins, XRP, Polkadot, and what? BNB. I'll be taking some altcoin suggestions later this week where we'll be going over some with you guys. BNB, probably my favorite trade. Why? Because it hasn't given entry yet. Give me these lows, and I bid. So BNB, one of my favorite. Equal lows there. I mean, it's nearly perfect. Smash equal lows. We bid, and then we enjoy. Okay? BNB, XRP, Polkadot. That's it for now. Enjoy the insane returns that you've received from Bitcoin, and let's move forward. Also, take NQ short. Take NQ short. Take alts long. Bitcoin is most likely going to range from here, right? We'll talk about this next stream. We think it's going to range. There's not much else it can do. Potential only sideways movement from here. All right, that's it, boys. Number one thing I need from you guys, though, is go into chart chat. I need to get a collection of the altcoins that you guys are watching. Send me some of the altcoins you're watching. Later tonight, I'm going to do a deep dive into them and try to find a top 10 list of the alts that we're going to focus on. I already have 3, Polkadot, XRP, and BNB. I need 7 more. So go to chart chat, at me with the altcoins you're watching. I'm going to take a deep dive into and do my analysis on them. We'll come back and do another stream on Friday. Today's Wednesday. So in 2 days, we'll do a stream. We'll have the top 10 altcoins ready that we're going to be placing our equity in from all the profits we've made so far in Bitcoin. All right? Okay. All right, guys. Catch you guys next time. Congrats on the plays. Congrats on positioning correctly. Congrats on following. Let's get the next trade. And the next trades are altcoins. These should be a little bit more gnarly than Bitcoin. 20% won't look like much when these altcoins are soaring. All right. Goodbye.